Yeah, because if I can build up, then I don't need to go out so far, and I can focus on like retaining as much green space as possible.
Yeah, do you hear that, United States? Build up.
Hi everyone, welcome to Player Guides. This is Cameron.
I'm Hannah.
And I'm Tanner.
And I think it's been years?
A year?
A year since we've done this?
2 years?
We're here, we're doing like an actual Player Guides episode, so some pre-recorded content.
My goodness.
The reason we're doing this is because Tanner, he volunteered to edit.
It's the way to make it happen.
Yeah. You were telling me about Timberborn, you really wanted to share it with me, and you were willing to make the sacrifice to edit some episodes to do so.
You know, I love it that much.
What you didn't tell me is that this game is not out yet. It is one of those spin out in early access forever games.
You know, it's just the nature of games these days, PC games, where they can sit in early access for years. However, I will say that early access usually means, for some games at least, really well polished.
Yeah, I'll say that. Early access now feels like just a form of like pre-release than actual like testing
it's
or
like
anything.
a soft launch, and they've done, so credit to these devs, they've done a ton of updates since they first launched in early access, so it's been in early access for a few years, but like it has a lot of polish and they have made a ton of updates, so still in early access, but it feels like a complete game.
So I haven't done anything. Tanner's played the game. Hannah, what do you know about Timberborn?
Nothing. I know absolutely nothing about the game.
Let's find out some stuff. Do I need to create a new map, or can I just hit new game?
You should hit new game. Yeah, so Timberborn. You are going to be playing as a colony of beavers. This is a city builder, colony sim kind of game, where all of your residents are beavers. There is a bit of lore to this game. The whole idea is that humans have died off, we've destroyed the world.
Oh my god, this is like a post-apocalypse?
Yep, it is.
That
and
sounds
obviously
great.
the next species to rise up are
the beavers.
I love it.
Yep, which is just the logical thing.
So
I love that this is like it's happened enough that it's a common theme in video games. So Timberborn says beavers inherit the earth. Splatoon says that squids inherit the earth.
Planet of the Apes says that apes inherit the earth.
That's true, yeah.
Yep.
I dig it.
But I like these beavers. So the other reason I really like this game, as we get into it, is it might be one of the perfect examples of mechanics and theme tying together. And you'll see that as it plays out. So the first thing we need to decide is what faction of beaver you want to play as. There's two options.
Folktales, easygoing, hardworking. Folktales are expert farmers. Okay, so it feels like that's kind of the default.
Yep.
Gain resources better faction.
Right. Exactly.
Iron Teeth.
Oh, I can't even play as the Iron Teeth yet.
Yeah, you need to
Defectors of the traditional timber ways. They've mastered iron. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
okay.
So the difference mechanically is that the folktales are going to be better at agriculture. The Iron Teeth have better, I guess, like steam-powered buildings later on. They'll have certain buildings. The really important thing is population management. So for the folktales, you'll have as many housing units as you build, your population will always equilibrate to fill your housing.
Okay.
Where the Iron Teeth, you have to build breeding pods and kind of more manually manage your population.
You have to encourage the nerds to have sex.
They actually grow their beavers in these pods, Matrix style.
Oh, for real?
Not the folktales, that's the Iron Teeth. So the folktales, yeah, you will just, if you build a building, they will have beavers.
The folktales know how to fuck. The Iron Tails, yeah. Love it. Okay. I assume we're going recommended setting here for our base map.
That's what I would do, yeah.
Awesome. I guess if I've got you guiding me, we'll just stick with normal unless you want me to... I like this little background. The art style is another thing that, like, when you first shared the game with me, stood out to me. I love the past... What is... Mega Stuff, are you back there? Okay. Name of our settlement. Good beaver pun.
You're a population of beavers, a colony of beavers.
Alabama.
Alabama?
Alabama?
Sure.
All right.
It's pretty good. I like it.
Oh.
Oh, look. Okay, so we're going to zoom in. We're going to take a look. They're just hanging out.
Yep.
Is this a turn-based game or this is real
It is
time?
not. It is real time. I recommend pausing it.
Yes. I assume space?
Space bar. Yep.
Yeah.
Alright, to get our bearings of the interface.
Oh. Hold on. Oh, it's my mom. Gotcha. When I come to the house to take care of things, I'll pick up the cheese. Okay. Will do. Love you, Mom. Thanks again for visiting. Love you. Bye. Okay, we're back. That was my mom because this weekend was not just Labor Day weekend, but my birthday weekend.
Happy birthday, Cameron!
Thank you.
He's old.
I'm old. Okay. So I see the wood is like flashing. I'm assuming like we're beavers. Anything we do, we have to build off of wood. I also noticed like we're not wearing clothes.
No.
Not yet.
Just all natural.
Clothes will come later.
Can I? Okay. Oh, they've got little names.
Yeah, they're all individuals, and they'll have jobs later. They are currently all
unemployed.
Fair.
We're gonna fix that. So if you zoom out,
hold on. I want you to hear their voices, Hannah.
Oh yeah, they do make little cute noises.
It's pretty adorable. It's pretty cute. And it looks like I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or I probably have the number.
As well.
8 adults, 4 kids.
Yep.
Cute.
They sound like the little minions from Despicable Me.
Yeah, kind of that. I feel like it's an easy voice to go to if you're doing like rodents or...
Yeah, they're little gibberish or like little Disney squirrels.
Yeah.
Like
yeah. Chip and Dale.
So I would zoom out, Cameron, and take a look at the place you have called home.
Is this max zoom?
Yeah, but you can pan around.
Oh, look at that.
So...
We've got some mountains.
Yeah.
Some other civilization, I assume?
That's like the leftovers of the humans. Steel.
Gotcha.
So, plains, some forest, something to build a dam. I assume that's like priority 1.
Yeah, it's going to be an early priority for
running water, and we won't stand for it.
That's right. The water must be stopped.
A lake, cool, and then some. Okay, so it's like we've got a little oasis of paradise in what looks like to be some desolation.
Correct.
And is this going back to that theme you're talking about, where this is post-apocalyptic, or is that just like dead trees? It's not really dealing with, like, is that a nuclear wasteland or something?
No. If water gets there, they'll come back to life.
Gotcha.
So the water management is obviously going to be very important because we're beavers.
Yep.
So there are no enemies in this game. It's not like these games where once every few minutes
like
you're
a monster.
raided.
Yeah.
However, what you are going to fight are droughts. So in the upper right-hand corner, you can see that there's just some like blue clouds, and that's kind of telling you like the weather forecast. And essentially, as we continue to play, it'll eventually tell us that there will be a drought upcoming. If you follow the river upstream, so if you just
I assume upstream is left.
I think it's to the right.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And then I think it comes out here, maybe. Unless I've got the map mixed up. All right, go left, other way.
I was assuming because there's a level drop there.
No, smart, yes.
Yeah,
that's right.
Who can't read maps now, player guys?
All right, so the water's coming from those rocks. That's your water source, so all of the water on the map is going to come out of that side of the map. And when the drought happens, the water is just going to stop.
Gotcha.
So once the water stops, all that is green is going to turn brown.
Gotcha.
So you essentially are going to want to build dams. That way you've got a constant water level once the drought happens.
Okay.
So we are going to need food, we're going to need lumber, and we're going to need water.
Yep. I see these 3 things. Yep.
So
who's what was his pyramid of needs? I forget the
Maslow,
yeah.
Yep. So to start off with, you're going to want to make sure you can get all of those right off the bat.
So I see the tutorial saying plant a flag. I assume if I plant it, it's too far from a district and cannot be reached by builders. Okay, so I need to plant it on a place that a builder can walk to, but I assume it needs to be near trees, or am I misunderstanding the purpose?
It will need to be near trees. So you can see how there's a blue, like a cyan or turquoise outline.
Yeah.
That's all the trees within that lumberjack flag.
Okay.
And the way you connect it to your district center, which is the building you started with, is with a path.
Got
Paths are very important in this game. So in the bottom of the menu, there's a little path tool, and you're going to want to connect your district center to that lumberjack flag.
So if I plant here, I get all those trees on the left and the bulk of the trees on the right.
Correct.
Sweet.
Yep. So then I would build a path to it.
Okay, so I planted the flag to build a path.
Yep.
Path.
Yep, and just build it from your district center to that lumberjack flag. That's good.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, so then you want to mark the trees to be cut down. If you've ever played any of these colony sim games before.
Give them the task.
Exactly. So there is a harvest materials. There you go, cut trees. And then just select like all those trees to the right. Like, yeah, drag and pull. Beautiful.
Awesome.
So all those trees are marked to be cut down. Yep, you can do the same thing there.
Sweet.
And then you want to do the same thing to get some berries. So the only food you can get really early in the game before we build some farmhouses is collecting berries.
Yes.
So you'll want to go to food, and there should be a berry gathering flag. Same kind of deal. Put it next to your berries, connect it with a path.
Yep. All right, and then same thing. So I've got a path, and then I can go to the gathering again. Nope.
There should be a harvest crops button somewhere.
Maybe it'll reveal itself in the tutorial after I plant a second lumberjack flag.
Yeah, sure. Let's do that.
All right. I think the tutorial wants me to unpause so those can actually be built.
That would make sense, yep.
All right. And I know, Hannah, this is not your like genre of game.
Nope.
But for me, who loves like suburbia and stuff, this is.
You are an engineer.
Yeah.
You like building things. You like maps. You like planning things out.
Are they actually building?
You like building
They
cities.
should be if you zoom in on them.
What are you doing, you lazy frickin' beavers?
There you go. See, he's building.
Oh, he is. Okay, good.
The rest of the guys just sitting around,
Yeah.
lollygagging.
This is why you're homeless.
There you go. So now if you click on it, it should auto... There you go. You've got... What's that dude?
Mahanlol.
Mahaniel?
I think it's two L's.
Oh, Mahanlol. Yep.
Mahanlol.
So he is now, and you can actually see him. He's over there chopping down a tree.
Awesome. So, okay, lumberjacks will not start working. Beavers need water to survive. Build a water... Okay, it wants me to build a water pump next.
Yep.
Alright, I guess we can do it right here.
Yep. And then same thing.
Build
path it
our
up.
path. So since it's been so long since we've done player guides, I know we've been doing a lot of streaming and stuff lately, but I wanted to check in, like, how's life been going for everyone? Tanner, I know you're not normally on our streams. How's everything been going for you?
You know, just
Thanks.
living the dream. Can't complain.
Have you? You finished processing all your photo rolls from our trip now, right?
Yep.
Awesome.
Yep. All the film has been developed except for the two rolls that were tragically lost.
I haven't had a chance to look what ended up being what got lost. Just a shit ton of deer butts.
You know, lots of deer. So what I lost tragically were the that one buck that came really close to us. So lost pictures of that guy, and then I lost all my pictures of the Hoh rainforest as well. So that was probably the biggest things we lost. But that is the danger of developing film. And you know, so with this trip, I surpassed 100 rolls that I've been developing since COVID, and I've only screwed up the 2. So I will
You know what?
take that.
Yeah, it's a win.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is.
Now, what I don't have, I think, is someone building this building. Oh, okay. It needs wood to actually be built. Got it.
Correct.
So we're running into resource issues. So let's see. Up top, 132 food. That's going up. The logs are coming in, but kind of slow. There's the water pump.
Beautiful. And you got Sully working. Is that who's working in there?
Yeah, Sully.
Yep. In there,
Awesome.
pumping his wood.
Okay. A settlement needs a stable food source. Build a farmhouse to plant and harvest crops. So this is where we're talking about green space and how much is available.
Yeah, so what you'll find is there's buildings like housing does not need to be on green spaces. So you'll probably end up building housing kind of in that northern part that is not irrigated.
Yep.
But you'll definitely want your farming to happen down in those green spots.
So I'm wondering if I build my farm kind of central, and as the forest gets cleared, that creates more farmland for me?
Yep, I think that's smart. The other thing, I know the tutorial wants you to build the farmhouse now, and you should do that, but you should also start thinking about where you want to build a dam.
Yes.
So remember, when the water stops, your entire river is going to dry up, and when it dries up, it also takes all the green away.
So it feels like a dam would make sense kind of here at this drop-off to keep the farm as the last point on the river to have the most water during a drought.
And that's why I love this game, is it actually teaches you a bit of some civil engineering and water management, and you can imagine that as your colony gets bigger and bigger and bigger, you need more and more water. So you have to start building more and more elaborate dams and try and figure out, because your water source never changes throughout the entire game. So you need to be smart about how are you going to use that same amount of water for bigger and bigger populations.
Assuming that there's an apocalypse one day, and I think everyone always assumes you'll survive the apocalypse. I think we're realistic that we won't. But hypothetically, we survive the apocalypse and somehow we're cryogenically frozen and beavers inherit the earth. What would your job, like, you get unfrozen in beaver civilization.
Yeah.
What do you do to make yourself useful to the new beaver overlords?
I think I just do what beavers do naturally, because I think it'd just be genetic, right? Like, I would just go...
No, you're human still. You're still you.
You wake up into...
Think Planet of the Apes situation, not... you're not a beaver.
You wake up out of your sleep, your spaceship comes out of the black hole, and now you're in Beaver Planet.
Yeah. Ooh, sorry for that.
I just do what I do now, and beavers need HR. They would need HR.
Oh, 100%.
So,
yeah.
I need an HR rep / animal lover. So,
I like that.
Yeah, you figure that they need pets too, and you're
they
like,
need
man,
pets
I'm
and
pretty good at...
scratches and TREATs and
Yep.
While also repping them as an HR person, make sure that they're asking all the right interview questions. You can't ask a beaver how old it is.
Yeah.
Or if they have children.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And you can't have a beaver, like if a beaver manager asks a beaver employee to show them their beaver, like you'd have to handle that.
Yeah.
I feel like...
To show them their wood, you mean?
Either way,
yeah. They'd have to...
I see. In your version of the apocalypse, beaver is a matriarchal society where the women are the oppressors and they're harassing all the men employees.
They wouldn't be oppressors. They
just hold all the power.
Yeah.
Am I? Oh, they're sleeping.
They're sleeping. They gotta sleep.
I so quickly switch into dictatorial. What are these lazy fucking beavers doing?
Right? Like, come on, guys. You can increase their work schedule. So in the upper right, they work 16-hour days right now.
Yeah.
16 hours. Oh my god.
You could up that.
Why?
I feel like we don't need to right now. I get it though. It's beavers, like their work and play is essentially the same thing. Or at some point, do I need to start like entertaining?
You will have to give them recreation. Yes.
Gotcha.
Like a lot of these colony sim games, the way it works is the beavers. If you give them more diversified food and recreation and things like that, they will have buffs where they'll start working better. They'll have better movement speed. They can carry more things. So you do want to increase their happiness over time.
Can I flip?
You sure can. To rotate, I think it's O and R maybe? Nope. Tab. Shift.
It is R.
Okay. R to rotate.
Okay. I was about to say, like, it's going to be really annoying if all my paths have to start and then build a path. I think if I, again, miraculously woke up in a post-apocalyptic beaver society, I'd want them to learn from my mistakes. I feel like beaver personalities, they wouldn't naturally lend themselves to unionizing.
Mm-hmm.
They're naturally industrious, right? They want to build the dam. So the one beaver capitalist that manages to convince the others to build a dam for free,
Yep.
like I need
the
to
robber baron, robber beaver.
I need to teach them how to build a beaver guillotine.
I see.
And thank you, Mega
That
Stuff.
balloon did nothing. That's why I moved it over there in hopes that it would deter her.
Okay, so we've got row housing. We've got, I guess, most of the time these city builder simulations don't take like politics into account. So,
I mean, like
you're shrugging.
those grand strategy games do.
Yes. But I guess I mean like it assumes you're like a dictator and you're never gonna get overthrown or
Correct.
anything.
You're not going to have the beavers are not going to mutiny in this game.
Yeah. So in this version of the apocalypse, I'm not worried about robber barons, but in reality, I think beavers. I mean, they are very social creatures, but like one evil beaver could ruin.
It only takes one. It only takes one evil person to ruin.
I wonder
the
if I want
world
to
for
build
the rest of
more
us.
lumber.
I think you should start building more things in general. I would definitely plan that first dam out. So you can put the dam in, and they will just get to it when they get to it.
Yeah, okay.
The other thing you could build is, so the lumber flags themselves only store, I think, 20 wood if you click on them. So at some point you're going to want to build some more storage for the lumber as well.
Yep. Small pile is 20, large pile is 180.
Yep. So I'd build that somewhere close to your flags.
I wonder if I can do this.
Beautiful.
Aha! Okay, let's talk about this frickin' dam. Is that in landscaping?
It sure is.
Do I need to connect the dam completely like this?
You do not, but it looks nicer. You don't actually need to connect through those corners, but I think it looks better when you do.
Okay. If we're doing that, then I feel like I want to fill out my sides. There we go.
Beautiful. So then, yeah, you will need to path to it, and then I would also path over it, so it acts as a little bridge.
Yes, yes.
Now you get that beautiful golden hour lighting.
Oh, yeah. It is a pretty game. Like, and it's funny to say that because it feels like it's not super graphically intensive, but it just looks nice. Okay,
Yep.
I think
they
that's
do a good job with the art style.
a path for the trees. How do I want to undo, I think.
The cancel button. Yeah. Beautiful.
So
So I never
there.
answered your question. I think if I woke up, went through the black hole, or like woke up from being cryogenically frozen and found myself in Beaver World, I don't know. I think you said it accurately. I have to make myself useful, and they're probably better at all these woodworking things. Maybe I could just have a job as like a tooth sharpener.
Oh,
You know,
dentistry.
Just something like that. Maybe they don't have the dexterity to do it themselves, and
There you go.
if you're not one of those beavers that's out there actually cutting down trees, your teeth don't naturally sharpen themselves. So maybe there's a niche that I could carve out for myself there.
I dig it. Yeah, it would be like essentially dental work, and then if they're doing like a lot of like modern industry stuff, they'd still, I think, be using their teeth for things that eventually their teeth aren't meant to be used for. So like almost like orthodontists. Like
Yep.
yeah.
Yep, and I think, I could help with that because I probably have more dexterous hands than little beaver hands.
Oh, I need to plant way more carrots.
Yeah, I recommend doing a bunch of
I was thinking like Animal Crossing style, where it's like a patch of like 2x2 feeds someone for a year. Nope. 75. Damn. Okay. I see you, game.
Yeah, and then you can still get berries in the meantime to help supplement.
Yeah.
If you click on the farmhouse has two settings. It can be set to planting or harvesting.
Farmhouse.
Farmhouse, that guy.
Yep.
So right now it is set on the prioritized action, I think, is planting.
Yep.
And then you probably want to, not that it really matters because you've only planted carrots, but you'll want to prioritize, carrots.
I see. Yep.
It won't really make a difference right now since you've only set up carrots. Ideally, you'll want multiple farmhouses, like where one is set up for planting and the other one is set for harvesting, and that way you have a constant cycle going.
They still have all these fucking homeless beavers.
Yeah.
Oh, we've got an extra oh no, one of them grew up.
They're getting there.
Build.
How are you for water storage as well?
I guess I don't have... well, I've got a water pump.
Yeah.
But for storage, warehouses, tanks.
Yep. So I would build a small tank since you haven't unlocked the medium ones and put it, next to it.
Cool. Okay, so we've got stuff marked for demolishing. We've got stuff marked for planting and building. What the fuck is this guy doing? Where are you going?
It's a wandering wanderer.
He's just
beaver.
wandering around carrying some berries. He's
Is
thirsty.
yeah.
So
But he's going to go get some water.
Yeah.
Okay. So the beavers will go to their assigned, like the resource centers for their stuff. I don't need to. This is not like Dwarf Fortress where Dwarf will work himself to death.
Correct.
Okay.
They will try to get back to food and water. Of course, if they have to go too far,
Is that
they
the game
might die on the way.
I played with Max? What did I play with Max? I hated it.
I don't think you played Dwarf Fortress with Max.
I played a game similar to this, but things were attacking. Vikings?
That sounds like Dwarf Fortress.
Vikings something?
I don't remember.
I don't
We'll have to go
remember
look
either.
at the archives. I've played Dwarf Fortress with Max. Okay, so now we've got housing for half of our beavers.
Maybe it was pirates.
We've got a pile that still needs to be built.
Yep.
A tank that still needs to be built. Stuff is being
Can you click
planted
on
though.
the building again, the log pile? What is it? What's holding it up?
Logs.
Just logs, so it's still
It says I've got stuff. I think stuff's slowly being
just
brought
being
over.
slowly built. Yep.
Yep. And then this one also needs more logs. So if I've got all this food, I guess I'll need a storage area for that, or the farm can store stuff.
You will need storage for food as well.
Warehouse, I assume.
Yep. Warehouses are where you're going to store food.
I can build a medium one.
So the other thing in this game that's kind of cool is you can build on top of buildings.
Oh.
So you can start building like a beaver skyscraper.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
So-
that's actually really awesome.
Yeah, so you'll see, I know the game like starts a little slow here, but the engineering stuff you can build gets pretty intense. Because you can build scaffolding and stairs, and like your housing complex can essentially turn into like a skyscraper apartment complex of beavers.
Yeah.
And that's another way that you save space is you start building up vertically.
Right. Yeah, because if I can build up, then I don't need to go out so far, and I can focus on like retaining as much green space as possible.
Yeah,
for...
do you hear that, United States? Build up.
Okay, so what I think I want.
Dense urban population.
God.
Yeah. We were in
Fucker.
Liberty Center recently, and it's like
Yesterday.
yesterday. They're kind of getting it because it's like they're building stores and stuff, and then they're putting apartments next to it, but it's still like it's an improvement compared to the suburbs for sure.
Montgomery's doing the same thing, right? Where they're building shops and residents together, right? Mixed district or mixed zoning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I still feel like America can't get out of its own way,
No,
and they
it can't.
still have but there's a giant parking lot still
Right.
for people. Like, no, that defeats the purpose.
Yeah.
Norwood is also doing that as well.
It's even stuff like having the building we live in. Like, I like the fact that we have a parking garage that we share with other people. It's still secure.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't take up as much space than you've seen pictures of Cincinnati like before the 50s and then after the 50s where they just leveled entire fucking neighborhoods to build parking lots.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're getting there on our housing. Can I prioritize? You said these are the general workers.
Yep.
Can I prioritize
What they work on?
Yeah.
You certainly can. If you click on a building that hasn't been built,
What's I guess the first thing? What's the biggest priority that I want to do right now? The small water?
I think, yes, getting some water storage would be really smart. So that there's some up arrows in the upper right-hand side there. You can set these to different priorities.
Got it.
You stumbled upon it earlier as well on the menu on the bottom left.
Setting assign
you can
priorities.
also then click on that, and you can drag that cursor around and say all of this is high priority. Do you have enough housing for all your beavers now? Have they finished the housing?
I do. I got 12 and 4 houses.
Beautiful. So we're low on workers, right? We find ourselves. So in order to get more beavers, you build more housing.
Oh,
So
just
if you
build
want-
the housing. Okay.
Exactly. If you build it, they will fuck.
All right, let's do it. So let's pull in a mirrored lodge.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
That's learning how to use doors.
If I build it mirrored on top, do I need to build stairs?
You will need to build stairs. Let's double check if you've unlocked them. Go to, is it paths?
Paths.
You need to unlock stairs. So to get science points, you have to build an inventor hut, which might be good to plan that out now.
Yeah.
My goodness.
These
cats are actually learning how to use doors.
He's done it before. Let me pause real quick. So yeah, so Francis, he's smart enough to climb up and hit the door handle and open it. He's done that to our bedroom when we're sleeping at night.
That's impressive.
And then Mega Stuff can operate the refrigerator ice dispenser. When she wants ice, she can get herself ice. And Tanner is making a face that combines I'm impressed and fear.
Yeah, that's terrifying.
Okay.
Cats aren't supposed to be that smart.
Yeah, and, these are some smart kitties. I wanted to check on their the owners of their siblings to see hey, are you also running into this stuff? Okay, I've got a grill, gristmill, bakery.
Are their siblings dumb or are ours just odd?
They have all the brains.
Science. Here we go. Inventor.
There you go.
All right, we'll build a path there, and I guess while I'm in here, we'll go ahead and do some more housing. We'll do an. All right, paused, unpaused. Oh, path. Fuck. And here. Now, paths, it's interesting that paths get built instantly.
They used to not.
Oh, really?
At the very beginning of early access, they needed a beaver to come by and build them. But they're such a critical part of the game, it really slows things down.
Gotcha.
It's kind of a unique mechanic, though, that you have to have everything connected by a path, where the beavers just won't get there.
Yeah.
They also changed something recently where it used to be that the district center, if you hover over the paths, right, they are all green.
Yep.
It used to be that as you get further and further away from the district center, they would turn red.
The quality
and eventually
reduces?
they would be, not the quality, but eventually you get so far away from the district center that you had to build another district center. And then you're kind of limited by how far away you could build buildings.
They got rid of that mechanic?
They did.
Interesting.
So now it is infinite. You can just keep building. The downside to it, though, is that then your commutes get really, really long.
Oh, heads up. We have reached a new happiness milestone. New
Because they're eating
well-being.
carrots.
And they had homes.
And they have homes, so, they're no longer just sleeping on the streets.
You hear that, America?
Oh, God.
You know what? Maybe this will be a good spot to end an episode because I didn't realize it's been 45 minutes already. We'll call this an episode. We just built our water tank, and we'll pick things back up, speeding things up to get through some of the next steps.
Yep.
We're back, baby. This is probably going to be a limited series in terms of player guides is not back in general. Right now we're just playing Timberborn. But thanks, Tanner, for sharing this. We'll come back on the next one.
Yep.
Thanks for playing with us, everyone. Bye.
Bye.